boy. Was
it better than Mike Thurston?
I was gagged.
You gagged?
No.
Throat goat. Coach Greg, today it's a good one. Gonna be ranking the top natural social media fitness influencers from being S tier all the way down to an F. To help me with this, I've recruited none other than Mepstagram. And so we're gonna give you a male perspective and a female perspective. And so my team has put together a list of people with a minimum 1 million followers on YouTube. And so Mike O'Hearn, you didn't make the list. Sorry. Mike O'Hearn, who has the best natural physique in the world, he didn't make the list because he only has 980,000 followers. And so go give Mike a follow. Perhaps he'll make the list next year.
Go follow him.
First on the list, 5.5 million followers, Jeff Nippard.
Jeff Nippard, he's not lean enough for me. He has a lot of muscle. Maybe not the most aesthetic. I'll give him a D.
And so C, we're going to consider that about average. And so Jeff Nippard, slightly below average. And I have to agree with you. And so although he has a lot of muscle and does have a great physique, he's kind of a manlet. He's even shorter than me. Do you believe he's shorter than me? Have you ever met this guy in person?
No.
Jeff Nippard is shorter than me. And if he wanted to move up, if Jeff got leaner, I'd move him up at least to a B, possibly an A.
Yep.
But I would say right now he's perhaps, 15% body fat?
I've seen him in his younger years. He was very lean.
In his younger years, I would say a B, possibly an A, but I find he's gotten a little bit softer now.
A little bit.
Remember, these are high standards. These are fitness influencers. I'm not talking about the average person. If the average person looked like Jeff, I'm giving him an A. But for being a fitness influencer with 5 million followers, giving him a D.
Obviously, they're all better than the average guy.
Exactly. Obviously better than the average guy, but this list, guys are way above average. And up next, Mike Thurston. All right, let's start with your rating. What do you think of Mike Thurston?
Mike Thurston, for me, he's an S tier natural. S tier.
I mean, if Mike Thurston were actually natural, I would 100% give him an S. But I don't believe for 1 second that that physique is natural. And so I'm giving him an F. So we have an S for you, an F for me. And so Mike Thurston, are you actually natural? Because if you are, you're getting an S. But if you're not, you're getting a fail.
I'm not the natural police, so I'm...
Do you think he's natural? What is your opinion? You've seen this boy.
Yeah, maybe it's doubtful.
Slightly doubtful.
But I'll keep him at an S.
So would you say that Mike is bigger than me? If we were in real life and we met up, do you think Mike would be more muscle than me?
I've never met him in person, so it's only based on photos and videos, but I would think so. Isn't he?
He's way bigger than Coach Greg. I'm like 188 pounds. Mike is 200 plus.
Okay. Not sure how tall he is, but very aesthetic.
I don't know either. I would say he's probably, I'm going to guess he's like 5'9".
Very aesthetic.
And so what do we like so much about Mr. Delicious Mike Thurston?
When I think of Mr. Delicious, I see his abs and his pecs. And I care a lot about these two muscles groups. Pecs, abs, I also like delts. But for Mike, I feel like I'm seeing the abs in my head when I think.
And so great beach bod, abs, delts, chest. He's got a great tan. What more do you want? S tier physique, but I'm giving him an F.
He's like a little fashion boy too.
He dresses like Coach Greg.
Takes really nice. Yes, you're into fashion now, for sure.
Absolutely, my fashion era. Alex Eubanks.
I met him in person. Great physique, not much size, which I like. Not that lean. I'll give him a C.
A C. And so Alex Eubank with the Greek god aesthetics, he's getting a C. Now, what would he have to do to rate himself higher, to get up to a B or an A?
Just maybe eventually get a bit more size, a bit more lean. Great natural athlete. Obviously, he's got the Greek god aesthetic. Beautiful face, but we're not judging the face today.
And so fair enough. Now, personally, I'm going to give Alex Eubanks an A. Are you shocked by that?
Yes.
And so here's why. He has the Greek god physique, the physique that most men would aspire to look like. And although he's more on the smaller side, I do believe because he's currently, at least right now, 100% natural. Now, if it were against all other physiques, guys who are on steroids and so on, I'd have to lower him down. But for a natural guy, how much more muscle can you have? It's very difficult to build on more muscle than Alex Eubank while being natural, and so I'm giving him an A. Not S tier, but definitely an A. Yep. Now, you like a tan. He doesn't have a tan.
He's blonde boy.
Blonde boy, but with no tan.
But truly, his face is mesmerizing.
Mesmerizing. Alex Eubank, mesmerizing from Mepsigram. And she's an eye surgeon. And so she knows. Perhaps it's the eyes.
It's the eyes for me.
It's the ojo azul.
The nose. Feel like the body, yeah, B or C. I'm a little bit, yeah.
She's torn. He doesn't have quite the muscle that she wants. But remember, she's used to hanging around with Coach Gray.
That's
not fair. Damo, formerly the fat ass, but not as of late. What do you think of Damo?
Damo's gotten real snatched as of late, so I've been keeping up with his Instagram, looking very lean, snatched. Definitely, I'm gonna give him a B, great physique.
B tier, and so she's rating him ahead of Alex Eubank. And why is that? More muscle, the quads, the posing?
Yeah, I feel like he's posing very well, knows how to present his physique very well. I've been very impressed with Damo.
All right, and so Damo from Mepsigram, what was it, a B?
B.
Okay.
Maybe you can agree with me for once.
Damo, I'm going to put him at B tier. Not quite the level of Alex Eubank, but getting close. He's gotten very aesthetic as of late. And remember, I was coaching this guy in the past. I've met up with him, done videos with him, and I already knew that underneath all that fat, there was an aesthetic Greek god physique ready to burst through. And so if Damien keeps it up and keeps going, makes it to the stage, he perhaps could have an A-tier physique. Tristan Lee.
He's a short guy. He's not very tan. Lack of pec. This is what I noticed. For that reason, I'm going to give him a C.
A C. And so slightly better than Jeff Nippard. And so why do you feel he's better than Jeff Nippard?
I like lean guys, and he's leaner.
Fair enough. Tristan Lee, guy's always been shredded, very lean. Now, my personal assessment of Tristan, I'm giving him an F. An F. Why? I don't believe he's natural. And this is a list of the top natural athletes. And seeing as I made a natty not saying I believe he's not natural, I can't give him a high quality rating. Now, if he were in fact natural, I would have to give him a C. And you're thinking, why is that? Well, for the reason she expressed. He doesn't have the chest, he's very short, he doesn't have the Greek god aesthetics. In comparison, I do believe that 99 out of 100 people would prefer the physique of a guy like Alex Eubank over a guy like Tristan Lee. Up next, I don't know who came up with this list, but apparently Andrew Huberman is now a fitness influencer with 5.9 million followers. And so, do you even know what he looks like?
I've only seen him in a shirt with long sleeves, so
I've seen him with his shirt off.
Really?
So I got a good idea of what he looks like.
So I haven't seen that. I feel like my opinion is he's not lean enough, and he's a little bit older, not that I have something against
He's
older
48.
men.
I'm 48.
And lots of hair. I'm going to give Andrew Huberman an F.
100% agree. Andrew Huberman's getting an F for a fitness influencer. I don't care if he's 48. Jeff Cavaliere's 48. This guy, in comparison to the other guys in this list, he's got to be given an F. It's a fail. He's not lean. He's not even at his ideal body fat percentage. I don't believe he's at 15%. So if he can't even be at an ideal body fat percentage for fitness and health, how are we giving him anything but an F? Up next, it's giving Nikocado Avocado. It's giving the Joker, Panda,
Voldemort.
Voldemort vibes.
The man of the moment, though.
But he is the man of the moment. Well said. This man lost 250 pounds, and so I can see why he'd be now a fitness influencer. If he starts putting out content on how he lost all that weight, this is going to change lives. I personally don't think he's going to do that. I'm going to jump in and give him a solid F. It's a horrendous physique. I believe he's skinny fat. He's lost all his muscle. No one aspires to look like Nikocado Avocado. Does anyone think, close your eyes, imagine your dream physique, open it, you probably could get to Nicocado's level. And so congratulations.
Yeah, it looks like he hasn't seen the sun in 2 years. So
And you like tan skin.
I like tan skin.
And he hasn't seen the sun in 2 years.
So
he probably hasn't
very
hit the
pale.
gym.
No muscle. I haven't seen any muscle definition there. Yeah, not aesthetic.
Would you say he has the picture perfect Ozempic physique? Like if you had to draw, what would somebody who abused Ozempic, what would they look like? Would he have that physique?
Somewhere there, yeah.
Somewhere, like when you take and abuse Ozempic, you lose a lot of muscle tissue. I don't think he has any muscle. I'm not hating on the guy for losing 250 pounds. That is amazing. But for a fitness influencer tier list, if you had to say, this is my favorite fitness influencer, and that is the body I want to have one day,
We're just hoping for the journey to have been documented. That's what we're hoping for.
I wish he had been making videos the entire time showing how I'm upset with how much weight I gained. I don't like looking and feeling like this anymore. Perhaps I'm going to die of a heart attack. I'm going to go on a weight loss journey.
People would relate.
Rather than saying you're all a bunch of ants who have lined up and are being controlled by me.
I like that voice.
You like that voice?
I'm edging.
Edging to Coach Greg. Up next, guess who made the list? It's Coach Greg in his 20s. Old school Coach Greg. Remember, Coach Greg used to be 100% natural, did 42 shows by being natural. I'm on 140 milligrams a week, so I'm no longer natural now. But what about back in the day?
I've seen the VHS.
The video where I did on my old school. And so when I won my first ever bodybuilding championships, I'm going through the poses. What do you think? How are we going to rate that physique?
I was speechless for about 20 minutes. That natural physique, Coach Greg, when he was, how old were you?
That one, I was 25.
That's S tier.
S tier, boys.
S tier, and if I could give an S plus, I've just never seen a natural physique like that, and I'm just, obviously, it's like you're sitting next to me.
She may be slightly personally biased, but
boy, was
it better than Mike Thurston?
I was gagged.
You gagged?
No.
Throat goat.
I was speechless. I was weak watching that footage. Was it better than Mike Thurston? But yes, you were leaner.
Personally,
you were leaner.
I definitely leaner, but personally, I think that more people would choose Mike Thurston's physique at his prime versus my physique. I mean, who has the better physique? Who's S plus? Both S's. Which one is S plus?
They're gonna say I'm glazing you.
Now, what about Coach Greg in the swimming pool?
That's my favorite photo of you.
That's perhaps even better than Mike Thurston. And I do believe Coach Greg versus Mike Thurston, I would have beat him in a bodybuilding competition. And so I may be biased, and I do like Mike Thurston's physique, but I do believe at my prime, I had an even better physique than Mike, Mr. Delicious Thurston.
It was great.
Next up, Jeff Cavaliere, the same age as Coach Greg,
all right.
100% natural. Getting a bit older, but certainly better than Andrew Huberman.
This guy is excessively lean all year round, I feel like.
You like lean,
very
right?
lean.
Is it
yes,
too lean?
He's very pale, a little bit older.
Pale and older.
Maybe not the most aesthetic. For me, I'll give Jeff Cavaliere a C.
Okay, a C for Jeff Cavaliere. Considering he's 48, considering he doesn't have a tan, very good rating. I'm going to give Jeff a B, slightly higher. I respect the shreds. He's close to 6% body fat year-round. He does, in fact, have a lot of muscle for being a natural guy. He just doesn't have quite the X frame, the very small waist and the wider shoulders. What you liked about Damien and Alex Eubank is the smaller waist, the wider shoulders.
We love that.
If Jeff could have the bit wider shoulders and the smaller waist, or perhaps pose himself a bit better. He's always doing bicep curls and stuff. He's never posing aesthetically.
I don't see him pose ever.
Exactly. Damo, he's going through the posing and he's getting practice routines. Yeah. He looks good. He presents his physique much better. Jeff Cavaliere, he doesn't present what he truly has. If Jeff took posing lessons and went through the poses, you might be like, wow, I never knew he could look like that.
It matters a lot.
Makes a big difference. For example, the Trend Twins, when you look at their page, you were saying how good it looked in comparison to, for example, Hussein Farhat, who has much better physique than the Trend Twins, but doesn't present it as aesthetically as the Trend Twins.
The Trend Twins photos were very professional.
They're fire.
Down lighting, darker. They're dressed super nice, and
it's almost like they took professional photos and know what they're doing. It's almost like they planned it. They're not just like, we're the Trend Twins, slam things around and post a photo. It's like, no, let's spend an hour on these photos. Let's mog the camera twice. Let's do the right thing. In comparison, Farhat's like, snap, post a photo, and move on.
I appreciate that, though, also, being very spontaneous with it. But yeah, the Trend Twins, when you look at their grid and their Instagram, it's all very cohesive.
Up next, Simeon Panda in a natural influencer video.
I don't know who this guy is.
Okay, we're going to look up this guy. We're going to see her reaction once she finds out that this is a natural bodybuilder. We got one there. All right, so
Zaddy.
What do you think about this Zaddy Simeon Panda for a natural physique? What level?
I give him an A.
All right, and I'm giving him an F because there's no way this freaking guy is natural. Are you kidding me? 8 million followers on Instagram.
I'm just judging on a picture. I'm not the police here. He's giving zaddy vibes. I'm gonna give him.
This doesn't even, just so you can see what we're looking at. It's not even a photo. To me, it looks like some kind of like AI generated photo. It doesn't look like real life. If this was actually natural, it's S+. It's redonkulous, but there's no way that I can sit here and say that I believe this is natural.
I see what you mean.
He's like 230 pounds of muscle with thick chest, wide shoulders, small waist, X-frame.
Yeah, he's checking all the boxes for me. Yeah.
This guy or Mike Thurston, both are not natural in my opinion, and so who's got the better physique?
I feel I would say Mike Thurston. Something about his middle, like his abs, I think are a little bit better, but maybe it's just the photo quality. But
for me, prime Mike Thurston is in Ibiza in the red shorts, working out outside, and I was like, you're gonna tell me this guy's natural here? That prime Mike Thurston is unbeatable.
We can't forget that. I mean,
almost stage ready. That's pretty crazy.